So I was thinking, now that you've sat through a story, you've been thinking of character traits of the characters, we had a little character traits review, I thought it was time to get a little brain break in. So I know that when my kids have been really working hard, especially if they've been sitting still, I really like to make sure that I get their blood moving, their muscles pumping. But the word brain is in the word brain break for a reason, or the phrase brain break for a reason. And that's because I don't want to stop that brain flow from happening. You've been doing all this awesome work. We don't want to just stop it. So we're not just going to be moving for the sake of moving. We're moving with a purpose. So a couple of things that I really like to do during my brain breaks are I like to combine some type of academic element to it. I know that I'm an ELA teacher, but every now and then I miss my math a little bit. So we're going to combine some math into our movement. And then I also wanted to share with you that those big muscles in your legs, like your calf muscles, your thighs, your hamstrings, your quads, those are the muscles that actually power up your brain. So we're going to be doing a lot of things with those big muscle groups and just whole body. I'm actually brain breaking for 2, so I might take it easy a little bit on some of these movements. If you were ever to check with my students, you would know that I really do all the exercises with them, but just like any good workout, I want to give you some good advice. And my advice is always going to be that if you feel uncomfortable doing something maybe is painful to you, we never want to continue to do it. Listen to your body, okay? So I thought it would be fun to think of some exercises that we can just do to, like I said, get our brains pumping, get our muscles pumping, our blood flow going, and kind of combine that with like a little chance game. So here are our exercises. We're going to be doing some jumping jacks. We're going to be doing some arm circles. Always straight arms, never bent elbows. We are going to be doing some squats, my arch nemesis. Great for your body, but ooh, they get those muscles burning. We're going to be doing some calf raises. That's where we're just going to go up on our tippy toes a little bit. We're going to be doing some toe touches, and not just any toe touches. When you're touching your toes, you want to take your opposite arm and touch your opposite toe. Every time we cross the midline, that center line of our body, it's helping the 2 hemispheres in our brain like really work together. Isn't that awesome? So again, brain break. We're making sure we're using those brains. And the last one is we're going to run in place. Really gets that heart rate up, right? So if you notice, I have some numbers also that kind of correspond with each of these exercises, and then some different counts in the middle. So I'm going to show you how we're going to kind of incorporate those and work those in. So the first thing that you're going to need is just any kind of container. So I know we're not in school, so we don't have a lot of the normal things that we might have. So I just have a yogurt container that's washed and cleaned out. And I put some pieces of paper in there that have numbers on them so that when we're getting ready to do our exercises, we don't know which ones we're going to do. It's going to all be by chance. So the first one I'm going to pull out is, what do you know? Number 1. So our first exercise is jumping jacks, and I see count by 2s. So right now you're going to do some jumping jacks, counting by 2s. Let's go from 2 and stop at 30. On your mark, get set, go. I'm going to count with you. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30. Nice job. Those were a little bit too bouncy for me, so I'm going to hold off when I do my exercises along with you. The next one I'm going to pull. Wouldn't it be funny if it was 2? Guys, 2. I swear I'm not planning this. We pulled the number 2. 2 is arm circles. I can handle these. So for our arm circles, it says we're going to count by 5s. I'm just going to move this closer so you can see it. We're counting by 5s, doing some arm circles. And let's go from 5 to 45. So whenever we do our arm circles, we want to have our arms straight out in front of us. I don't know if you can see with my blouse, but our elbows are never bent when we're doing them. Our fingers are straight out, and we're just going to count by 5s. Remember, we're stopping at, you got it, 45. On your mark, get set, go. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. Keep them out. We're not done yet. We always go backwards. Ready? Same thing. Counting by 5s to 45. Go. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 40, oh, 45. I forgot we were stopping. Let's keep our arms out if you can. I know it's getting a little bit tough. And let's make those arm circles bigger. Let's do the same thing. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. Oh, we're not done. We have to go backwards. Ready? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. Oh, give them a little wiggle and a little shake. They did some work. Nice job. Our next number, let's see what we pull. If it's 3, I don't know what I'm going to do. I should have just had you do them in order if that's what's going to happen. All right. All right, we got a new one. 6. We're jumping around a little bit. Number 6 says that we're going to be running in place. And I see counting by thousands down there next to it. So this one is going to be all you. I'm going to count with you though. So let's count by thousands to 10,000. We'll go easy first. Ready? On your mark. Get set. Go. 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000, 7,000, 8,000, 9,000, 10,000. And stop. Want to do a double time? That means you're just going to really fast. You're really pumping those arms. You're really pumping those legs. On your mark. Get set. Go. 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000, 7,000, 8,000, 9,000, 10,000, and stop. Woo! You guys are probably working up a sweat by now. Nice job. Let's see our next number. I'm getting excited because now we made a little jump there in our numbers. We're heading to number 4. And number 4 says we're doing some calf raises. Don't mind if I join you on this one. So remember what I said about those calf raises. Those calf raises are when we're going up on our tippy toes and back down. Nice and easy, okay? Calf muscles are part of that muscle group that really stimulates the brain. So these are some of my favorites, especially to have the kids do maybe before a test or like a presentation, because it really gets your brain working. So we haven't counted by 25s yet. And I love 25s because when I used to teach 2nd grade and our kids were just learning how to identify coins and their values and counting money, this is one that I did all the time because when we count by 25s, I don't know about you, but I think about quarters. So we're even going to do it as if it were money. Ready? So you're just going to go straight up onto your tippy toes. 25, 50, 75, $1. Like that. So we're doing it with money. Let's do that 3 times. 25, 50, 75, $1. One more time. 25, 50, 75, $1. So the more you do that, the more you'll remember how you're counting in quarters and those increments. And it's especially good for those friends that are just counting or learning how to count money and how to identify coins and coin values. Let's see what else we have here. Getting down to the wire. There's our number 3. Oh, number 3, my arch nemesis. It's those squats. Those squats again. So a couple of things with squats. I know that I've seen this a million times in my classroom. There's some hyperbole if you happen to see my last lesson. A lot of times when the kids do squats, they think that if you go all the way down to the ground, that's a really great one. But really, you really want to just pretend like you're sitting in a chair. You don't want to hurt your knees. And if you're anything like my students, they'll say, my knees are fine, because I know you have young knees. When you have old knees, eventually all those times of doing improper squats, you will start to feel them then. So let's practice doing them correctly now. Okay, here's some squats. Let's go back to counting by 2s. And we'll go from 2 to 12. So remember, you're pretending like you're sitting in a chair. So you're just going to squat down, counting by 2s. Ready? 2, 4, 6, 8. I like to have my hands out in front. 10, 12, and stop. Remember, you're just going low enough as if a chair was behind you. We don't want to damage any muscles or get hurt in any way. So our last and final exercise for our brain break is exercise number 5. And exercise number 5 are those toe touches. Again, I have a little belly in the way right now, so I'm counting on you to do those toe touches correctly. Right hand is going to go down and touch your left toe. Left hand is going to go down and touch your right toe. We're crossing that midline of our body, linking those 2 hemispheres and our brains for our brain break. So let's count by thousands again. I really like that one. So we're gonna count by thousands. We're gonna stop at 10,000. Toe touches, crossing our midline. On your mark, get set, go. 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000, 7,000, 8,000, 9,000, 10,000. Woo, don't you feel energized? There's something about crossing that midline. We did a lot of lower body work that really gets those muscles pumping. So I think that we're ready for a little bit more.